What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are in our transition period, which is frustrating. 4 times a year with the different seasonal changes, we get into these transition periods. So right now we're coming out of winter into spring. Fish are just spread out everywhere. There's no like concentration of schools or anything like that, which makes it very difficult to catch. Like, fish are there. Like, they're around. We have new species moving in. We have old species moving out. So everything is in this like rotation period, right? So it could be a beautiful day, guys, like perfect conditions, south wind, beautiful water, bright skies, and just like nothing is biting. Then you'll pick up like a random like 37-inch drum out of nowhere. Like that's what's going on right now. This is a good thing, guys, because you know we're moving into spring where life is gonna get here, the pompano run. But it is frustrating like running guides. We are in our like spring break season, so I'm booking a lot of guides, guys, and they're slow. Last week I had a repeat customer. I think that was like the 4th time Peter has fished with me, and we caught absolutely nothing, guys. My heart just couldn't like charge him and like just let him go on his way. So we actually ran another guide a few days later in the afternoon, and we were able to pick off some smaller pompano, some whiting, like at the end of the trip though. Like, it was still a slow 3 hours. And this is what's going on up and down the Gulf Coast, guys. I mean, the 30A area is pretty hot right now, but moving into like Panama City, Navarre, Pensacola, then where I'm at in Perdido, like it's just off and on, sporadic. You cannot pick up any kind of pattern. And it can stay like this for a few more weeks, guys, until everything kind of like settles, right? So the water temperature rises a bit. The fish find their home for the spring. You'll start picking up patterns then. The schools are start moving in hot and heavy. But right now it's poo. And it was guides for me, guys, back to back to back last week. I think I ran 3 doubles. So morning trip, afternoon trip, trying to slam work in between that. It was a long week, and then those slow trips make it even longer. We're not just going out there knocking that trip out and I'm getting back home, man. It's like I'm riding out them 4 hours. But it tells me spring is here. It's approaching. The pomps are about to start moving in. I am really this morning just trying to get things together, kind of switching over my gear. Spanish are being caught. That is an excellent sign for spring. We saw some popping on my guide yesterday morning. We were able to get one, catching like little baby pomps, which is another great sign for the run. But yeah, it's coming, guys. We got to muscle through this next week or so till everything gets here, gets settled, and we start catching again. And I'm gonna start with the Swell Pro. I got a shade for my remote here. So a lot of times when it's nice and bright out there, guys, it's hard to see the screen. And Swell Pro has figured out a solution for that. They sent me what they're calling this sun shade. So we're gonna get this attached onto the remote. I gotta figure out how it works, and then we'll move on from there. So here's your Swell Pro Fisherman Max remote, guys. It's got a great screen, great display, but again, like it gets so bright out there that it's hard to see. So I am gonna figure out what to do with this visor. I think it pops on right there, maybe. Either that way or this way. Yeah, it goes this way. Turn this camera so you can see. This guy's gonna slide right here on the display, I believe. And it's got some Velcro here. And then I believe this shade just Velcro's on there. They make it real easy to pop on and off, because obviously you want to get it back in the case and everything. Is that how it goes? Yeah, I think so. Something like that right there. Which is then going to give me that nice sun protection. So if I'm holding it like this, flying the drone, my screen is blocked from the sun. I think I got this thing on wrong. Let me try it again. Let's take this guy and put him like that. So the Velcro's in front of me. And now We get that on. Boom. Yes, that's how it works. I had it backwards. Yes, sir. There we go. Protected from the sun. I can still flip that screen up and down if I need. And that way I can see what's going on here. A lot of times I am just staring at the drone. Again, I'll glance down at this and like the sun is so bright that I can't really see anything, so it's not doing me any good. I reached out to Swell Pro with my concern, and within 5 days this was in the mail. Like they had already thought about this. Like I wasn't the first one, I guess, to say something. And they went ahead and created a product. There we go. All right, sunshade complete. And then all my ES lures, guys, they all have these trebles, right? Trebles are great. I don't like using them a lot because I'm not keeping a lot of Spanish. I'm not keeping a lot of blues. So with the trebles, it tends to tear the fish up, man. And like for catch and release, I don't want to leave them too injured. So I will change these out for inline single hooks. I get my inlines from Bird of Prey. These are 1/0, great quality. Brian Arnold, actually, like when I first started talking to him about these, like, you know, telling him what I wanted them for, he sent me a few different sample packs of different inlines, and this is the ones I settled with. Great little hook, man. They last forever. I'm rinsing them down. They don't rust. Nice and sharp, like expected. So we're gonna change some out. I'll use these little craft pliers, these little split ring pliers. I think I got these on Amazon for like $9. I like them because they're small. They fit in my hand like a lot better than like your traditional, like, you know, pliers slash split ring that you would use like for everyday fishing. I keep these at the house in the garage. It's easier for me to manipulate and hold, because when you're dealing with all this little small stuff and all these hooks, you want to be careful. I'll get that guy kind of open. And I just need to get a little piece of that hook and that split ring and I can work it out. I'll get that off and I'll save these guys. You never know, might use them down the road. And get me one of my inlines. And at this point I will use the bigger pliers, just because I can get a bigger gap with these. And again, I'm just trying to get a little bit of a piece in there. Once I get it in, I can work it down. There we go. That guy is ready to ride. Got the gold on one side, the silver on the other. That is a Spanish killer right there, guys. Now let's pop through all these guys and change out a few. Different colors, obviously different shapes, and just really get ready and start switching out my tackle box, right? So moving out of winter, moving into spring, I'm going to be using different lures. I got some 2/0s from Brian also, Bird of Prey, which I'll switch out my poppers on. Again, I don't like all the trebles, so I'll switch them out to the inlines. Again, these are a little bit bigger because you know them jacks are going to start showing up, y'all. And this is also a great time to start transitioning those rigs also. So I'm coming out of that like 15-pound fluorocarbon and just using beads. I'll be bumping it up to 20, stacking some floats on there, probably even double drops. Why? Because we're dealing with a lot more fish, guys. Like those schools are gonna be coming through, those huge schools. So to have like more flashy tackle out there isn't gonna matter that much. I'm wanting to draw them in out of that school to my bait. Over the winter, early spring, you know, they're still very lethargic. They're not too active. So for me to throw like a big purple float out there, double hooks and all that, it could look intimidating. The fish might not want to tangle with something like that. But in the spring, guys, these guys are aggressive, man. They're hitting everything. So I will be taking the 15 off. I already got the 20 on, messing around with some different float colors, beads, even hook colors. I got a nice shipment of the hook floats in from Surf Pro Tackle. Also got the creature rigs from Surf Pro Tackle, all my frisky floats and Bird of Prey components. I'll also be tying up some drum rigs. I'm going to be using 30. Joey Antonelli actually sent me this. Thank you, Joey. We were chatting back and forth a few weeks ago about hooks and kale hooks, and I was able to get him over some kale hooks. And in return, he sent me that. Also got some 40. Got the nice stock of Friskies down low here, guys. I believe I got more in here. Yeah, more in here. So I will be sitting here tying like my spring rigs. So what I'm getting at, guys, is as the fish transition, we transition. I'm getting away from my winter gear, bumping it up to my spring, and using this transition time like the off and on. You can't pick up any kind of pattern to do things like this. Not to waste this valuable time. And it is beautiful outside, guys. Like I should be fishing right now. So let's get into some footage of my last, I think I got like 3 or 4 guides recorded. Like a bunch of guides. I'm just gonna pump out the footage, the action. I'll probably put some music to it, guys. Hope y'all enjoy. That's a big one. That's a big one, Kevin. You're gonna have to get that. Come on, baby. We are on them, guys. We're on them. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let him go for a minute. Hold on. All right, go ahead. Try to work him in. Oh yeah, let him run. Let him run. Let him run. Yep. Could have a drum. You're gonna work that guy slow. We're on 15-pound leader there. So if that's a big drum, he might break you. Work him slow. If he wants to run, let him run. All right, come on, baby. Oh, that one's on. Jenna, that one's on over there. Drop the fish. Go grab the white rod. Hey, Jenna, wash your hands off. Come on, come on. All right, grab the rod. We got Daddy on down there. Looks like a drum. Choke up on it. Grab this up here. There you go. Reel that bad boy in, girl. Every time he gets to shore, it takes off again. Are you feeling a lot of head shakes? Okay, good. All right, there he is. You see him? You got a drum. Walk with him. Okay, watch this line here. I think we're going under it. Come on. You're working it great, dude. You're not trying to horse it. That's perfect. If you try to horse them, you'll break it, you know? So we got this big lip right here. So what we're gonna start doing is when you get him right there, try to kind of use the wave. Wait for the wave to come breaking and kind of give it a pull. I'll even walk backwards. All right, there he is. That's a drum, dude. You got you a big one, baby. Oh, there he goes. He don't like shore. He does not like shore.
throw to make it that much better, guys. Kevin wants to keep it. Kevin's a chef, man, so he wants to cook everything. We're gonna go ahead and let this girl go. Awesome catch, guys. Coming out of a horrible slump. It has been 3 days since I've caught a fish. We got that little whiting a minute ago, and that gave me hope. And this girl hit at the same time.